Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not bad to be dangerous. It's not bad to be powerful. It's bad to use power improperly.
Right.
Like if you're using danger and hurting people unnecessarily, then you're a bad person. That's fine. But if you're powerful and you're protecting your people, then that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I complimented in here was your culture. What's the first 4 letters in the word culture?
Cult.
Cult. What's a cult? It's a group identity around a behavior.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's the bad cult or the good cult. It's a group identity around a behavior. That's what a cult is. So you need to create a cult within your business where you are the leader. They know you're dangerous. You make them safe. They know that they have a better life because they're with you. And they will share their talents and mental treasures with you, and you will share your wealth with them, and you will go out and be more productive together. Like, let's look at society. Let's look at economies. What is an economy? What's the baseline of every economy? It's productivity. It's always people making things. But don't be dangerous. You might scare people. Go dig a fucking hole. You know, like everybody out there that's looking for safety all the time, they're wrong. They're just wrong. And you can go to a biblical reference, take their life, look at over the last 5 years. Are they in a better place or a worse place? Oh, it's always a worse place. If they're always looking for safety, it's always a worse place. So a leader needs to be dangerous enough to attract other men and women that respect them because they want to be like them. Okay? And they may not have the same personality, but people follow authenticity and electricity. Well, authenticity may come from the heart, from the soul, all that. Where does the electricity come from? Well, it's the brain. Every time you want to lift your arm over your head, you're sending neural signals. There's electricity, right?
Yeah.
So we're literally the core of that. And if a leader's not dangerous, he's just not the leader. Like, get him out. Next one, production. You need to have production, okay? Why? Because if you don't have production, if there's not movement in the business, it's just not a business. People want to create. Nobody wants to be part of a mission that doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
There
spinning
needs
your
to be
wheels.
production. And when I say the foundations of culture, when you're like forming your culture, you're deciding what is the production going to be. Are we going to be Apple and make an iPhone for 4 billion people this year? Or are we going to be whatever, some small business like my little travel agency that I have that we cap at 100 members? We won't let everybody in. Like, it's 100 members. Why? Because we're about connection. We want a small community. It's very close knit. It's very loving. It's not about serving the entire world. It is about connecting and collaborating with the best people on earth, and we do. And so you decide the production. There's not a right answer. There's not a wrong answer. There's a which one fits your mold.
So we're talking about the 7 stages of a business.
Okay, I'm going to get you there. I'm going to take you through this culture, though. And especially if you're startup business, you need to learn this, because if you don't know the culture, if you don't know how to build a culture, I mean, you think about it. The government's going to build you a culture. What'd they do with COVID? They scared the shit out of everyone. Did they use safety and danger? Okay. Was there production? I can still drive down the streets in my city and see all the damn signs about vaccines. I don't know anyone that doesn't know about them. But they're spending, to this day, tens of millions of dollars a month advertising them. So, the next one, mission, vision, values. You have to have like a trajectory of mission, vision, values, communication that ties in with the clarity, the transparency. So even though there's 4 C's, culture must link to clarity, must link to capacity, must link to cash, right? And so they do. So mission, vision, values. People need to know what you're doing, where you're going, how you're doing it, all of these things. They're incredibly important, because I don't want to get in your vehicle unless I know we're going somewhere I want to go to.
Right.
Okay? So what do we say? We said mission, vision, values. We said we said production. Quality. You have to have either quality or narrative. Like, look at the political parties today, okay? I don't think we have a good one in this country. Like, I mean, I'll vote maybe one way or another, but like, neither party's good. Look at the culture they're producing. Is it
Fear.
Quality or is it narrative? They're both producing narrative. They're both talking shit the whole time. Like, if you go by one of the homes I build, no bullshit, it is the best quality house you're going to buy. And my people know it. They've been walked through every fucking stage. They've heard every story. Like, they know there's quality. You go into some people's products, whatever it is, whether it's houses, whether it's this, whether it's that, they'll literally start talking shit about their competitors. If somebody's using narrative, that's a foundation for culture too. So like, everything has its polar opposite. And then the last one, tribal triggers. tribal triggers is so huge because we are all tribal. We are all humans. Like, you're an entrepreneur, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you like other entrepreneurs?
Absolutely.
I fucking love other entrepreneurs.
Right.
Like, I walked into your room over here. Like, I get the whole tour of your office. Badass office, by the way. If you haven't seen this office, get to the fucking office. It's cool. And all of your like wholesale home flipper, like acquisitions guys in there, that was my people. They're all like hustling, they're chasing it, they're selling. I was like, I feel home in here.
Yeah.
Like, that was the room where I resonated the most. Why? Tribal triggers. What's their language? What's my language? What's the patterns, right? And so you go through those 5 foundations, design it into your business. And if you're thinking about your business right now, and you're looking at those 5 things, and you're like, well, I don't know what this one is. Well, guess what? Neither does your staff, and your culture's fucked.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Absolutely makes sense.
So
Goes back to the clarity component.
yeah. And let's get you into the 7 stages.